Hey, it's your crazy old coot here. Good morning. Today we are going to talk about human-machine interfaces. And in this case, mouses specifically. Okay? So here we have 3 mouses. Now, the reason I don't usually do human-machine interface reviews or commentaries is it's a very subjective subject. So here we have 3 different mice or mouses. And each one is good and each one is bad. And depending on your uses and your preferences, a mouse that I think is absolutely fantastic can suck for you. Now take for example this mouse. Okay, this looks like it's just a plain old mouse, and it's white and it's corded. Now this is my Mrs. Coot's favorite mouse. Well, why? Well, you notice it says something here. This is washable. Mrs. Coot uses this in the kitchen while she is cooking. She puts her laptop on a cooling rack to keep it above the fray, but the mouse it's in the mess. You know, her hands are dirty, and but this is washable. And this is so washable. This is actually dishwasher safe. This supposedly you can put it in the dishwasher and run the dishwasher and it will not hurt the mouse. Okay? And this is because this is basically a medical mouse. So they need to clean their mouses so they don't pass germs and stuff. Okay? The other thing she likes about it is white. It's white. And why does she like it white? Well, every other mouse in the house is black. This mouse is white. So, if somebody walks off with her mouse, she can find it. She doesn't have to say, oh, is this black mouse mine? No, if it's white, it's hers. The third thing she likes about it is it's corded. My wife hates wireless mice or mouses. Okay? Now this mouse I used for quite a while. And it is a good mouse for productivity work. Okay? It's got a bunch of features. This can turn into a high spin or ratchet spin. It's got a few buttons here. It's got a button here. And it's wireless. Okay? This is a good productivity mouse. Gaming wise, not so good, because sometimes it would just hang. Not for very long, but it would hang and it just drive you nuts every once in a while. Okay? So this is a good productivity mouse. It's a Logitech Performance MX. And I had it for a couple of years. I used it. And it works really good. You can charge it while you're using it. Holds a charge pretty good. Okay? Now this is a gaming mouse. This is designed to be a gaming mouse. It has variable DPI that you can change on the fly. It has a sniper button here, so you can slow down the DPI. It's got a couple buttons here. A couple buttons, you know, the regular buttons, and it's got this, but this doesn't change. It's just the regular. And this is, of course, wireless because, wired, because wireless mice aren't very good for gaming. And it's just another interface to go through. Okay, this mouse has weights built in. Okay, so you can change the weight and the feel to get the feel you like, and it's also got LEDs. Of course, I'm not I'll show you that a little bit later, because basically this is a review of this, the Corsair mouse. Okay, so that's just a start. That's why I don't like doing reviews on human machine interfaces, and that goes for keyboards, that goes for monitors. Like the monitor I have, I just got it about a year ago. I absolutely love it, but I never did a review on it because to some people they would hate it because it's a TNT monitor. It's got great response time. It's got 144 hertz refresh rate. So those are things that were important to me, considering I was coming from a not even a 1080p monitor. That made this monitor great, especially at the price I got it. So we'll go deeper into the Corsair. Hey, so now we're going to talk about the M65 Pro RGB FPS gaming mouse. Ta-da! Brand new. Well, was brand new a few days ago. And let's see, we've got a high mass scroll wheel. That would be right about there. And we got high fast precision switches. And we got advanced center of gravity weight zones. And we can't show the weight zones there. It's got 8 programmable buttons. Sort of. More like 5, because one's your sniper button and the other 2 are your DPI switches, and I suppose you may be able to override those. I don't know. So it's 1200 or 12,000, excuse me, 12,000 DPI up to, and that is all programmable, and that is really nice because you can select your DPI for what you want, and you can even, like, one game you need this DPI and another game you need this DPI. You can have up to like 5 different DPIs programmed into the mouse. So you just push the arrow buttons up or down and find the color that goes to that DPI that you've pre-adjusted, and I'll get into that in the software, and it just flies. Boom, 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 on the go. You don't have to stop and reselect everything. No, just quick push of the arrow and your DPI is switched. So it's a pretty cool mouse. It took me a while to get used to this mouse. Okay, the first week I was about ready to toss it out the window. But as I learned and as I adjusted my DPIs to the levels that I wanted, and now I'm fully adjusted to the mouse, which is again why I talk about, you know, preferences and what I like, you might not like. And these are human machine interfaces, and everybody is human and everybody is different. And why I like this mouse, you may freaking hate it, but it does have some nice features. Personally, I like it. I would buy it again. If somebody stole my mouse, I would go buy another one. So let's take a closer look at the mouse. Isn't it beautiful? Got those LED lights. There's that nice scroll wheel. There you can see the sniper button for the thumb. The nice Corsair logo. Yes, it is a beautiful mouse. And there you got the sliding pads, which work very well, and the weights. And, you know, there's the way the cord goes in. Yeah. There's a good view of everything. One last peek, and we're done. Now here's the software, okay? Now this you can download this, and it's for pretty much all Corsair stuff. And of course I'm using the M65 Pro RGB, and it gives you a couple different views right there. Now here's action. This is for setting up your macros. I'm sure you guys have done all this stuff before. I haven't really messed with macros before, but I'm sure the hardcore gamers have. This is where you would set those up. Okay. There's nothing there. Oh, wow. Okay, here's where you set up your lighting. You get the two zones, your front zone and your logo zone. And you can pick your colors and your tones and use the color wheel. So that's, yeah. I've got it on red because my keyboard's red and my case has got red highlights. So that's why I have it on red. Okay. Okay, now to the DPI section. Now this is where you set up your DPI for each color, okay? So the white dot is your default. Okay, so that's what it's going to come up to. And then if you go down one, it would turn red, and that would be your red color. And if you go up one, it turns green. That would be the 2400 would be your green, so you can sit there and switch. And you can select which one's your defaults. And your sniper button down here at the bottom, you can select your speed. And you can probably change the colors to whatever order you want. So you just use the slider to move that around to change what your DPI is for that selection. Okay. Now I didn't do the performance section, but that's just where you set up your lift height and your speed for your cursor. Okay. So the last thing is your surface calibration, so you can actually calibrate the mouse to your surface, okay? And so you click and drag the icon quickly in a circular motion, keeping the speed in the green area until the calibration is complete. And I blew that one really good. I went too fast. So, well, let's try that again. See if I can do it better. Okay, in the green, 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 in the green. Boom. There it is. Your mouse is calibrated to your surface. So you get really good results. Okay, so what I'm trying to show here is what really affects your response, your total response. Because what they do here is they send a signal to change the screen to green, and then when it does, you click it and it goes back. Now, if you see these times, this is why I say 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 milliseconds isn't going to make a difference. Because the biggest eater is you and your ping, okay? So don't get over tight about really tight ones. So this is your crazy old coot saying good night.